Good morning and good luck. And welcome back to Good Luck with Gino, episode 46. I'm your host, Gino the Ghost, and welcome to the fastest growing podcast in the world, statistically. If you're joining us from Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you know what to do. You're going to make sure you're subscribed. You're going to give me a glowing 5-star review, somewhere between 200 to 300 characters. Make sure you really get the details in there. And you're going to send it to a family member and friend. And then when you're done with that, you're going to hop on over to YouTube and you're going to watch it again, aren't you? And if you're joining us from YouTube, which you should be, make sure you smash the fuck out of that subscribe button. Make another YouTube account, subscribe from that account, and then from both accounts, hit the like button. And then from both accounts, before you even start the video, you're going to leave a comment to grease up that algorithm. We're oiling up the rhythm, aren't we? We're revving up that rhythm. We're just getting the algorithm started. You know, like when you're priming a lawnmower. That's what we're doing with the algorithm. We're getting it ready to continue to send me to Valhalla before we even get it going. So yeah, you're going to make sure you do that. And you should be watching on YouTube because, guys, what did I do today? Well, I rolled out of bed and I just threw on one of my effortlessly fly fits. Just something ever so effortlessly fly. Some people take hours getting ready, you know? You'd be damned if it took me more than 36 seconds. Reach into my closet, throw it on. Oh, just a super rare McBest Bored Ape Yacht Club t-shirt. Pinky ring by St. Jules. Normally on this hand, but the way the mic's set up, I need it in my right hand so you guys can see it. You know what I mean? And that's just something about me, the vanity. We got the Tony Soprano Rolex. We do have the diamonds playing tennis on my neck like Serena and Venus Williams. And we got the Fendi sweatpants on because they're cozy. Anyway, that's what we're doing today. Yesterday, I got on the scale and I noticed that I've lost a few pounds. Now, I don't know how because I don't diet anymore. And I was being very strict with intermittent fasting for a while because I hate working out. Don't do that either. And I just, I've been fluctuating in the same window of weight for the past 2 years. I don't know what to do. Because here's the reality, I'm just not going to work out. I'm just not going to do it. I was such a fucking athlete growing up and I worked out like a psycho. And I like to tell myself that I worked myself so hard and was in such good shape that much like a Catholic school girl, I rebelled as soon as I got to a place where I didn't have to and it was just I'm done working out. Maybe it's because I'm not an R&B singer and I don't need to be shredded at this point in my life. I'm a songwriter, producer, and I have a hilarious podcast. Why do I need to be cut? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like having a six-pack is so OD. For what, dude? If I had a six-pack, I would be insufferable. I would be the worst, dude. First of all, I would do this podcast shirtless. So you'd have to deal with that. I would never wear a shirt. If I was yoked and just shredded and like I was when I was a swimmer and a football player and had the V cut and the fucking abs, dude, you better pray to God I don't get on Ozempic. You better pray to God that I don't call up my plug and get on Ozempic because, guys, I'm going to become an entrepreneur, bro. I'll just morph into one, Anyway. Yeah, that's literally, I haven't done anything this week other than play Helldivers. Helldivers is fucking amazing. What a fun game. I think it's going to shift the gaming meta into this PvE community-led events against, the same way that PUBG and then inevitably Fortnite shifted the gaming meta into battle royales. I think a similar thing is going to happen with Helldivers. Man, what a fun game. Crazy. And only $40. Make sure you grab that if you're a gamer like me. Drinking some unbranded water on today's episode because haven't got a beverage sponsor yet. What are they waiting for? I don't know. I don't quite know. But yeah. What else happened this week? Okay, President Joe Biden's dog is just biting everybody. Just will not stop biting people. Joe Biden's dog, Commander Biden, has bit Secret Service agents and White House staffing officials over 24 times. A report has come out and said 24 times. Does the dog have dementia too? It sounds like bro is as confused as his owner. This fucking dog, dude, 24 times. That's like 22 times too many. That's so many times. That's insane. Any normal dog would have been put down like literally 21 bites ago. Why hasn't this dog bit Elizabeth Warren yet? How about Mitch McConnell? I don't know. Maybe the dog is onto something. Have you guys heard about this like scandal with the text messages from the Secret Service? Apparently, Watchdog says that U.S. Secret Service officials deleted many of the text messages sent during a 2-day period surrounding the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The Inspector General of the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees said agency, told Congress that many messages were deleted after his office asked for them. Because what you might not know, and fellas pay attention, you can find out if someone deletes text messages. Like, if the government wants to find out that you've done something bad, they can just contact your service provider and find out if you deleted messages. You know that, right? They also can just say, oh, there's no messages from the 5th to the 6th. You just didn't text anybody for 2 days? You took a social media phone hiatus? Apparently the U.S. Secret Service erased the messages after the OIG requested records of electronic communications from the Secret Service as part of their evaluation of the events at the Capitol during the insurrection. So, I don't know, maybe the dog knows, but probably not. It's probably just a dumb dog that's very confused with a terrible owner who's just as confused. And I know that many people don't want to say it, so I'll say it. It might be time to put the dog down. Yeah. The dog is kind of a threat to everybody. It might be time to put the old dog down. Do you know what I'm saying? It might be time to put the dog down. The deranged, confused dog with dementia. That's just, do you know what I mean? Come a little closer. It might be time to put the dog down. Commander Biden, I'm talking about, obviously, here. The dog. What else happened this week? Oh, check, please. Songwriters are due nearly $400 million after the streaming royalty rate update from just this ongoing royalty debacle that's been going on without any knowledge of us. We have no fucking idea what's going on. Songwriters and producers have been completely left in the dark on this shit. They're just deciding how much money we're going to make. We don't have a say. We don't have a timeline. We have no idea what's happening. We have no communications from anybody. When am I getting paid? How much of this $400 million am I getting? Are we getting? How am I even getting paid? Is the money just going to be airdropped into my account? Do I have to go claim the money? Who do I have to contact? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, no idea what's happening. So I guess we'll just find out, right? We'll just wait and see. We'll take a wait and see approach because no one wants to tell us shit. So that's just par for the course. More news in the world of music. And I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but it's just too funny. I have to talk about it. French Montana dropped his new album, Mac and Cheese 5, and he dropped 6 versions of it. There's 21 songs on the album, and he dropped 6 versions of his 21-song album. Just to do a little bit of entrepreneur bro math for you, that's 126 songs. If you get 6 albums, right? So 126 songs. He's got an explicit version, a clean version, a sped up version, a slowed down version, an instrumental version, and an a cappella version. Then he also released every track as a single as well. So if you download the album, your phone is just nuked with French Montana. Your phone is infested with French Montana. Oh, cool. French Montana dropped a new album. I'm going to make sure I pre-saved the new French Montana album. You open your phone and it's a jump scare of just like a bacteria infection of French Montana in your phone. Just like you got bit in The Last of Us, and you watch it grow up your arm until your entire body is French Montana, and then one day you just wake up as French Montana. You become French Montana. Dude, 126 songs. And you motherfuckers thought Chris Brown was going crazy. This is insane. Montana, huh? Huh? How's my Montana? How's my French Montana? Huh? I feel like it's gotten a little rusty. But Montana. So, I mean, he's clearly trying to accumulate streams for Billboard. Like, that's the tactic. He claims he's sick of people asking him for all these different versions. Which, like, dude, you know. But yeah, I mean, 126 songs. It's too many. Streaming fucking ruined everything, dude. What happened to the game I love, man? What happened to the game I love? I mean, he released a slowed down version of this skit. He just hit like 0.75x on YouTube and just dropped that. He slowed down the skit and put out the skit. There's an instrumental to the skit. What? I got to pull it up. We got to listen to it. I have no idea. Is this just going to be like silent? French Montana skit. Here. Okay, hold on. Here's the French Montana skit instrumental. I'd say I'm worried about getting demonetized, but I don't think anything's going to actually play. Here we go. It's just background noise. It's just like someone went on Splice and typed in New York subway ambience. You know? What does the acapella sound like? It's playing right now. It's just dead silent.
What have you been doing, cuz?
I haven't seen you in about a decade, Mo.
On the land with your sister.
Is this
Last time I
Gino?
saw you working on that mac and cheese treat.
Yeah, you know, my sister leaked it.
No, she leaked all 4, you fucking dummy.
This is Coogene. This is Meals by Cooge. Oh, that's so funny.
She leaks everywhere, anywhere she goes,
She
you know?
leaks like a faucet.
Yeah, someone's got to fix that up with a wrench.
Last time I seen your sister was the zoo.
Yeah?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was over there bouncing a ball off her nose like a sea lion.
Yeah. You know what you called your sister?
What?
Glazed donut.
Yeah, your sister scratches her back on a tree like a bear.
Your sister used to dance.
For what?
Gauntlets.
Check your color?
Hey, fuck out of here. Hey, Cugine. That's so funny. Anyway, this is so absurd. I mean, dude. Dropped the instrumental of the skit. Hold on, I gotta listen to the skit slowed down. We gotta listen to the skit. Sounds demonic already.
Man, what have you been doing, cuz?
I haven't seen you in about a decade, Mo.
On the land with your sister.
Last time I saw you working on that mac and cheese drink.
Yeah, you know, my sister leaked it.
Here's the sped up version.
Man, what have you been doing, cuz?
I haven't seen you in about a decade, Mo.
On the land with your sister.
Last time I saw you working on that mac and cheese drink.
Yeah, you know, my sister leaked it.
No, she leaked well.
Sounds like fucking Ratatouille. Dude, that's so funny. French, you slick motherfucker. Oh, God, I hope this doesn't become a trend. It's just, please, no. Please stop. Guys. As if we didn't have enough music being released. Let's drop 20 versions of every song, you know? What else happened? Shane Gillis hosted SNL last night. He crushed it. I mean, just hilarious. Please save the show, Shane. They need to just bring Shane on as often as possible. SNL has been so hit or miss for years, man. Weekend Update is phenomenal every time. Some weeks are better than others, but man, some of these jokes, dude. I saw a clip of last week's episode with Dakota Johnson and Justin Timberlake. And the promo clips, man. Oh, they're so bad. Hold on. Here, ready? Just like listen to this / watch this.
I'm Dakota Johnson, and I'm hosting SNL this week with Justin Timberlake.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm planning something epic.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, let's just say, Justin, you're not going to be the only one bringing sexy back.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, let's just say it's a sketch where our heads explode.
I don't think that's what I meant.
That's hot. Hi, I'm Dakota Johnson, and I'm hosting SNL this week with Justin Timberlake. You know, guys,
Hold on, Dakota. Let's soak this in. 3 of the hottest people in the world are on television right now at the same time.
Sarah, I think Dakota was...
Shut up. This is historic.
Hi, I'm Dakota Johnson, and I'm hosting SNL this week with Justin Timberlake.
Whatever, I guess.
Sarah, what's wrong?
Sorry, I'm just still sad about my Oscar snub.
Oh.
Wait, what movie were you in?
No, not that kind of Oscar snub. I asked Oscar the Grouch out, and he said, sorry, honey, I live in the trash. I don't date it.
You know what? Just tell me how to get to Sesame Street and I will beat his ass!
Wow.
Oof. Tough week for Dakota Johnson. This was so not funny. I mean, each one worse than the last. And I didn't watch that week, but I mean, guys, just call me. Call me. This is, I mean, look, it's a dream of mine to be on SNL one day, you know. I'm not even saying as a cast member, maybe I'll get whatever. But what the who wrote that? Hey, guys, who wrote that? Who wrote those sketches? I'd like to have a word with them. Man, that's so not funny. I want to just end my show right now. I want to just call that's just okay. Here is a clip that's going viral. It's Fox News, so you know it's going to be racist. And it is about the Trump sneakers, which, you know, I had a very controversial take, apparently, last week, where I called them ugly as fuck. Apparently, some people didn't think they were ugly as fuck. And those people are people you should never listen to, really about anything, but especially about fashion. So anyway, this happened this week on Fox News a couple of days ago. Let's just go ahead and run the clip.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love. It's
hope
something.
you're right.
It's something. It's affection.
Oh, this guy was way too excited to be racist on TV, dude. This guy was way too giddy to get up there and just be like, well, blacks love sneakers. Well, here's a guy, if you look at the black community in the inner city, they love buying them sneakers. They can't get enough. This guy was definitely born and raised in like Wyoming, where there's just no black people anywhere. This is the first time he saw a clip of like the Trump sneakers on TV and like, like that fucking guy who was like walked out and it was like a black dude wearing those Trump sneakers. He's like, yeah, these shits are sweet, and then he saw that and was like, whoa. First black guy he's seen in ages. I mean, if anybody is qualified to speak on the behalf of the black community, it's this guy, right? Trump understands the culture unlike anybody I've ever seen. Yeah, dude, what do you know about the culture, buddy? You don't know anything about the culture. This guy's never had one conversation with a black person ever. He's the human embodiment of, I have a black friend, I mean, look at this guy. This is the whitest guy. We found him, the whitest man on the planet. This is him. This is the whitest man alive. This guy thinks Imagine Dragons is rap music, That's how white he is. He looks like if Mike Pence and Pee Wee Herman had a baby. He's third generation Pee Wee Herman. And look at his hairline, dude. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let the hairline go. His hairline is at the equator of his head. It's just like right. It's just, It's time to let it go, brother. I can't speak on behalf of black people, but I can't imagine that anybody will be voting for Trump just because he dropped these New Balance, no balance ass sneakers. Do you know what I'm saying? These fucking, I don't know. You've heard all the jokes by now. I mean, well, blacks love sneakers.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They
love sneakers. They're into sneakers. Dude, look at this guy. He literally looks like Mike Pence. He kind of looks like, he's like Mike Pence if he didn't go white with white hair. And if he spray painted, it looks like someone started spray painting his head black from behind and then stopped like right here. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh man, who is this guy? That's so funny, man. Speaking of the insurrection, have you guys seen the trailer for this movie Civil War coming out? If I play it, am I going to get demonetized? I wonder. You know what? Fuck it. Let's play it. I don't give a fuck. You should be watching, again, take this moment if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Take this moment to come to YouTube and watch this trailer with me. We're going to watch the Civil War trailer together, and then we're going to talk about it. Ready? Here we go.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
We're moving to D.C. today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death.
Bloody.
Every time I survived a war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? We're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car! Move, move, move!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
That looks insane. Experience it in IMAX spring 2024. Experience it in IRL spring 2025. You know? I'm not a big documentary guy, but this looks pretty good, I gotta say. All right, yeah, let's talk about it. First of all, looks crazy. A24 from the writer of Annihilation and Ex Machina. Ex Machina, one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm already in. Jesse Plemons is in it. I'm already in. One of the best rising actors in Hollywood. Is a fucking psychopath in everything he's in, but is so good. I have a lot of questions. First of all, how did Texas and California end up on the same side of this uprising? Although I guess California, like outside of LA County, is pretty Republican. Yeah, man, that is the thought of a fucking civil war, man. Ooh. We can joke about it a little bit, but there's no way that America will get into an actual civil war because entitled motherfuckers like me are not trying to fight for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like back in the day, you know, of like the world wars and like when everybody was enlisting, the patriotism would get people like up in arms to fight for the country. But to be honest, I just don't think it would really be like a civil war where like how it was a civil war back in the day. Like back in the day, in the first Civil War, first of all, I don't think people realize like how many people died in the Civil War. Like 2% of the entire population of the country died. And you just had degular folks just lining up in a field, just killing each other with muskets. Do you know what I'm saying? The president was fighting in the war. Do you know what I mean? A civil war today, first of all, 2% of the population today would be about 6 million people. Okay. But 2% of the population died in a war that was fought with muskets that take like 30 seconds to reload each bullet of a musket. Okay. it would be, I don't think you realize how catastrophic a civil war would be. And I know it's going to happen. This movie's going to come out, and there's just going to be fucking idiots who are going to be like, yeah, maybe we do need a civil war. I think people think that I'm typecasting Republicans when I say this. I'm not, because most sane fucking Republicans would never even consider this for a literal fucking millisecond. I'm talking about you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that were at the insurrection type people. Insurrection type beats. January 6th type beats. Do you know what I mean? Those are the motherfuckers that like, hell, maybe we do need a civil war. Don't tread on me. Hell, I'll march right up to the Capitol right now with my assault rifle and take care of it myself. I'll put a bullet in Nancy Pelosi's head myself. Hell, I'll take Joe Biden and Joe Biden's dog behind the shed. You know, those people. I don't think you realize, first of all, how fast it would be. The Civil War uprising would not be fought amongst like regular people. Like I'm not fighting for the country to defend it from your dumbass. Do you know what I'm saying? Nobody is. Motherfuckers don't even want to go to the office to work anymore. You think I'm about to go outside? I'm just not going to go outside. I'm going to hide in my fucking place. Actually, I'm going to leave. What am I even fucking talking about? The second there's any whisper of a civil war, I'm out of here. I'll be in Tokyo. Hit me up when it's over. I'll be in Asia, fucking enjoying omakase and watching anime and fucking relaxing in Kyoto. I'm out of here, dude. Do not underestimate how dumb Americans are. I think people are going to think this entire segment's a bit, and it's kind of a bit, but do not underestimate how fucking stupid people are in this country, how uneducated, and how easily manipulated they are. Anybody can argue with strangers on the internet with keyboards, but can you chop a stranger into pieces with an assault rifle? No, most people can't. But I'll tell you what, the government, you want to try to overthrow the American government? Dude, the government will ping your cell phone with a fucking satellite-guided laser beam and just right through the forehead. Oh yeah, you know every app you've ever given access to track you, like everyone on your phone? Yeah, the government's going to ping you while you're like, yeah, we're headed to Washington, D.C. right now for the Western California front to overthrow the government. They're going to ping you, and they're going to use a satellite-guided weapon that they've probably created, and they're going to shoot a laser beam from the sky like Alice in Borderland right through your forehead. The Civil War will last 6 days, if there ever was one. And after like 20,000 people are just eviscerated instantly, this shit will be over. Motherfuckers are going to get on social media one day and be like, okay, well, that'll do it, huh? I'm all set. Insane, dude. Insane. Yeah, man, I'm fucking out of here. If there's, I'm telling you, a whisper of a civil war. If there's one like uprising, if January 6th went like 10% farther, you know what I mean? Or if there's another January 6th, like, I don't know, if Trump doesn't make it into office because he goes to jail, which is a very real possibility, and we have another January 6th, guys, I'm out of here. They got podcast studios in Tokyo. They got podcast studios in Italy. I'll go back to the motherland. I can make music remotely. Or I'll just move to Korea and just do K-pop full time. I'm out of here. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, I'm patriotic, but guys, hello? It's time to go. As soon as this happens, if you stay, you're a fucking lunatic. I was going to do a whole thing on the Kraken SEC case, and I think I want to just make fun of people for the rest of the episode. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to just make fun of people. I think next week we'll have a little bit more guidance on what's going on with Kraken and the SEC rather. Not what did I say? The IRS, the SEC. Yeah, there's like an ongoing case right now with Kraken versus the SEC. Basically, the SEC voiced concerns over the SEC's overreach in the cryptocurrency industry. And then the SEC just like tried to take them to court and take them down and sue them and allege that the platform operated as an unlicensed securities exchange, which is insane. It's a long-winded thing, but it's a really important thing to talk about. But I think I want to give it a week until we have more like understanding of what's going on. So we're going to talk about that next week. Right now, what we're going to do, I'm going to take a sip of unbranded anonymous water first. Like that, and you're going to enjoy that with me. And that's going to make you a little thirsty, isn't it? Maybe you go grab a glass of water. But you're not going to pause me. You're going to take me with you. Because we're about to jump into the FOH HOF, the Fuck Outta Here Hall of Fame. Everybody's favorite segment. And we've got some new inductees this week. The first inductee could be a mainstay here at the FOH HOF. He's a perfect Fuck Outta Here Hall of Fame candidate. His name is Bridger Rogers, which his name pisses me off. This name makes me actually angry that his parents would name him Bridger, first of all, and then knowing his last name is Rogers, Bridger Rogers. Hate it so much. Hate that name so much. I've had a few people reach out to me who have been scammed by him. And before I even watched a video, I said, hold on, this guy's name is Bridger Rogers? Bridger Rogers? It physically hurts my mouth to say it. It's too many G's. It's too many G's and R's. It feels racist. I hate his name. I hate him. Right? Okay, so let's watch the first clip. Here we go.
You're Snapchatting a girl, you're texting a girl, and she leaves you on red for 6 to 8 hours all day. As a high value man, we don't tolerate that BS. What you're gonna do is you're gonna reach out to her and say, so you're just gonna be leaving me on red? Is that how we're gonna play things out? You say it like that, and then you do ... The ... super important. It drives them nuts.
Fuck
She's
yeah.
gonna reply back. She's like, what do you mean? Haha. Literally, you were Snapchatting me consistently. Now you're freaking leaving me on red? Not cool. Call her out on it. First time she does it. If you do it after a while, she's gonna be like, yeah, that's just how I am. If you call her out on it, she's done. She's in your frame now. You've got it under control. Hit the link.
First of all, why is he karate chopping oxygen molecules this whole time? Okay, Bridger Rogers. First of all, I already said first of all. Second of all, looks like his name is Bridger Rogers. Could not look more like a guy named Bridger Rogers. If you're listening to the podcast and you hear Bridger Rogers, I want you to visualize what this kid looks like. You've got it. You're right. If you visualized him wearing his shirt unbuttoned without a shirt underneath it, you're correct. Hey, Bridger, button your shirt. Button your you're not on the beach. Which of your aunts let you use their balcony for this video? You know? Like, why is he just...
You're Snapchatting a girl, you're texting a girl, and she leaves you on red for 6 to 8 hours all day. As a high value man, we don't tolerate that
high value
BS.
man, fucking Jackie Scam over here, you know? What are you doing with your hands, buddy? As a high value man, we don't tolerate that. Yeah, we just get super catty and sassy. Oh, you're just going to leave me on red? We've been snapping all week. You're just gonna leave me on red? Then we show up to her house, right? As a high value man, we stalk her. Dude, a high value man just stops texting a girl that doesn't want him. A high value man doesn't be like, oh, you're just gonna stop texting me? You know? And then he's like, you hit her with the ... They love that. Hold on. Where does he say that? Hold on.
Play things out, you say it like that, and then you do ... The ... super important. It drives them nuts.
She drives them nuts, dude. They literally just nut themselves. That's how we're going to play it. ... You're just not going to text me back. ... And orgasm. You're just not going to text me back. ... She responds, I'm literally so wet right now. Come over. You had me at ... Yeah, just fellas. You want to rizz up your girl? Give her an ellipses. A rizlipses, as I call it. ... This is like major, where's my hug at type energy, you know? Damn, where's my hug at? Where's my hug at, though? What you doing? About to take a shower? Without me? Type beat, you know? Yo, what you doing? Oh, you know, just about to take a shower. Take me with you. Type beat. You know? Oh, man, look at this fucking guy, huh? What bro lacks in Riz, he does make up with great hair. He's got great hair. You got to give credit where it's due. Definitely can't grow a beard, but does have. Okay, we're not done, though. We've got another video from this fucking dweeb. Here is arguably an even cringier clip from Bridger. From Bridger Rogers.
Say this to a girl if she rejects you to make her want you more. So I was at the bar with my buddies. It was a Friday night, and I look across the bar and I see this girl that's really cute. She's really attractive. She looks over. We make eye contact. Immediately I go up to her because that's an instinct for me if I see a girl that gives me the sign. So I went up to her. We started talking, hitting it off. Before you know it, I'm looking into her eyes and I want to kiss this girl. So I go in to kiss her and she turns the cheek. She rejects me. What? I pulled away and immediately said, what's wrong? Why don't you want to kiss me? She's like, oh, I do. I'm not big into PDA. And so I lean in and I whisper into her ear, so are you telling me I'm going to have to take you out on a date then? Is that what's going on here? And she's like, yeah, ha, 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 ha. And boom, I set the date, Sunday, whatever. Do you like tacos or do you like steak? And she said both. So I set the date and then I pull away. I keep talking to her, a little bit of small talk, and then I go in for the kiss again. And I say, just give me a quick kiss. Commands, statements and commands as a man are 95% of the words that should be coming out of your mouth. So I gave her a quick command and got a quick kiss. So that is what to do if you get rejected on a date or at the bar.
I got a quick kiss. So I gave her a command and I got a quick kiss. Yeah, dude. Okay. First of all, the entire story is probably made up. Second of all, dude had his hands like this the whole time. Funniest shit of all time. Right? There's so much funny shit in this video. I wish I had 2 full episodes to talk about it. Here's the first thing.
Say this to a girl if she rejects you to make her want you more. So I was at the bar with my buddies. It was a Friday night, and I look across the bar and I see this girl that's really cute. She's really attractive. She looks over. We make eye contact. Immediately I go up to her because that's an instinct for me if I see a girl that gives me the sign. So
okay. Making eye contact is not a sign. When you make eye contact with a girl, that's not her saying, hey, come up to me and give me a quick kiss. Eye contact is not consent, or even anything other than looking at somebody. Bro just asked every stranger at the grocery store for a quick kiss? Sir, that'll be $47.55. Sure, can I get a quick kiss? Excuse me? I mean, we made eye contact. I mean, this is the worst advice ever. And we need to talk about this because this guy sells advice. He sells like getting women advice. He sells dating advice and has scammed poor incel men out of their money. Why would you ever pay a guy named Bridger Rogers for dating advice? Why would you pay anybody for dating advice, but especially this guy? Yeah, if she says, I have a boyfriend, simply say, me too. This will confuse her and make her question your sexuality. Now she's disarmed. Women aren't threatened by gay men. And then ask her for a quick kiss again. If she says she's not into PDA, it's important to slowly initiate physical contact so she's comfortable, you know? So challenge her to a thumb wrestling match. Do you know what I mean? You tell her, if you win, I'll buy you a drink. But if I win, you have to give me a quick kiss. A quick kiss. So you get in a thumb wrestling match at the bar, right? And then you tease her thumb into thinking she's going to win, right? You let her get, you do this about 15 times, you know, just to get your thumbs comfortable. Maybe even throwing a quick joke like, wow, our thumbs are super compatible. You know, she'll laugh. And then you let her win. You buy her a drink. Now she's getting a little bit more comfortable with physical contact and PDA. Then next, you challenge her to an arm wrestling match, right, at the bar. Now this time, you give her the same offer. If you win, I'll buy you a drink. If I win, you give me a quick kiss. Give her the same offer. But this time, slam her arm into the table instantly. Like slam it on the bar. Assert dominance. Then start giving commands. Because, you know, a high-value man gives commands. 95% of the words coming out of your mouth should be commands. So you're going to give her commands. Sit. Sit. Roll over. Good girl. Roll over. Good girl. Now give me a hug. Where my hug at? Give me a hug. Good girl. Now give me a quick kiss. There you go. Now you've got it. You've secured your quick kiss as a high-value man. And you've got a girl who's better behaved than Joe Biden's dog. What a fucking dork, man. Moving on. I'm sure this isn't the last time we'll see Bridger Rogers on the show. Moving on. Speaking of men giving horrible dating advice and advice with women, our next inductee of the FOH HOF.
I will never get married, but if I do, I'm definitely not doing this one thing, and that is kneeling for the proposal. I know it's tradition, I know it makes for a cute picture, but let's think logically for a moment. You're kneeling, asking for permission to provide and protect your woman for the rest of her life in the most submissive way possible. As a man, your woman should always be looking up to you, figuratively and physically. So here's how I would change this. I would still surprise her, I wouldn't kneel down, I would stand up, express my love and gratitude for her being within my life. I would then say, I would love to continue this journey with you for life. Do you accept my proposal in marriage? Of course, she'd say yes, and then we can live happily ever after.
Of course she'd say yes, huh? Of course she'd say yes. Oh, man. Toxic masculinity is a mental disorder, isn't it? Take a knee. A man should never be below a woman. In fact, if you're a short king, use a ladder. Grab a ladder, set it up, and reach down to propose to her. Make sure she's looking up at you. I put my woman on a leash and take her to the dog park to propose to her. That's what I would do. Gotta assert dominance. You don't want to be submissive. Fellas, it's actually gay to marry a woman. Did you know that? Hey, if you're listening, take a guess. Do you think that this guy's shirt is so tight that the buttons are clinging to dear life? Hey, guys, just take a quick guess. If you guessed yes, well, you'd be correct, wouldn't you? I proposed to my woman over Google Hangout or a Zoom call in between sales training courses. These guys are fucking dorks. These people, man, the whole point of like kneeling when you propose is to submit. That's like the point. You're like submitting to your wife. You're saying like, despite being a strong man who will provide for you, you will always receive the vulnerable, submissive side to me, and I'm going to. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like the whole fucking point of kneeling. That's why you kneel when you pray. That's why in the medieval time, dude, this guy would have been beheaded immediately in the medieval ages. He wouldn't have lasted a week. Take a knee. I don't kneel for anyone, Your Honor. What am I, a wuss? Off with his head, traitor! He'd have been fucking beheaded instantly. This video should have ended with, I will never get married. When he says this, hold on.
I will never get married.
Video's over.
I will never get married.
We know.
I will never get married.
I wonder why.
I will never get married.
Because listen to yourself. Bro is so fragile that getting on a knee might actually break him. He might actually shatter his fibula if he took a knee. This is the nuclear fallout of Andrew Tate. This is all Andrew Tate's fault. We're still feeling it several years later, and we'll feel it for generations to come. This is like Chernobyl. It's going to be like 20, 30 years from now. All the kids that grew up listening to Andrew Tate TikToks and got into like Andrew Tate algorithm loops are going to be 45 years old one day, and they're going to have kids. This is like worse than Agent Orange. These kids are all going to have onset incel. Listen to this fucking guy, man. This guy's never eaten pussy one time. You know that, right? Oh, man. Okay. Moving on. Our last video. I'm going to take a sip of water first because this one's a fucking treat. All right, here we go. The last inductee of the FOH HOF for this week's episode. It's a white guy with a podcast.
Men speak about 5,000 words a day. Women speak about 15,000. And a problem for couples is that if a man goes to work from 9 to 5, he's probably used up all of his words. And then when he gets home, if his partner or spouse is like, I feel like you don't have a ton of energy or a lot of engagement or whatnot, man, he's depleted. He only had 5,000 words. And I feel like I speak words for a living. So if we do web classes and meetings and processing issues and all of this stuff in a day, when I get off work, there is again some fatigue that is set in.
Yeah. Sorry, babe. Used up all my words today. Sorry, babe. I'm clocked out at 5,000. In the middle of a conversation with his wife, he opens up his mouth to speak and just no words come out. You know? Hey, honey, how's your day at work? Just an exhausting day. And he just has to start pantomiming. He just like turns into a mime. Fellas, make sure you preserve enough words to ask your wife, what's for dinner? And can we have sex? So you need to save like, what's for dinner? Okay. Make sure you save 7 words at least for when you get home. Bro has a limited character count, like a tweet. He's like speaking in tweets, you know? Just like has a mental clock going, 136 characters remaining. I don't want to have to use twit longer. That's an old Twitter joke. So funny, man. He's on a pitch count like a fucking starting pitcher in baseball, you know? Like 100 pitches, but instead it's 5,000 words. This is why I was like hesitant to start a podcast, because there's just so many white guys with podcasts that have nothing to talk about. They don't contribute anything to society, and they just like get up there and they just, what am I going to yap about today? 5,000 words a day, made up. Not a real statistic. Like, you don't have a word count. If you don't hit your word count by the end of the day, you have to just start like filling in characters like it's a college essay. You know, it's like 1146 and you're just like, well, actually, if you think about it like this, figuratively speaking, well, according to this, well, actually, on second thought, to circle back to this, women don't use more words a day than men, but if they did use more words a day, it would be because they have to repeat themselves to men. Like every fucking thing that they ever say, they have to repeat themselves like 2 to 3 times until we actually start listening. You know what I mean? So like that's probably why women speak more. This clip is
Men speak about 5,000 words a day. Women speak about 15,000.
How many words did you use yapping in this clip? How many words did you waste just making up stuff? Making up science. Yeah, men on average use 5,000 words a day, but white men with podcasts use about 85,000 words a day on average. Bro yaps so hard that he won't be able to talk to his girlfriend for 7 weeks. He just gets home and writes her a note like, sorry, honey, I had a really long, exhausting podcast this week where I talked about made-up science for an hour, and I'm fucking tapped out. Talk to you in 2 months. He really needs to just divorce his wife, obviously. He just hates talking to her, you know? He's got like a yap cap. Bro has a yap cap. Put a cap on his yap. Ain't no cap in my yap, you know? Hey man, you know me, ain't got a cap on my rap, but ain't no cap in my rap. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because he actually has a hat that says think on it. But he ironically has not had a thought in his head clearly for ages. Just making up science, dude. This is a made-up statistic. According to actual research by psychologist Matthias Mell, both men and women speak on average 16,000 words a day. That's actual science with actual research and an actual study. And it took me all of 25 seconds to research. Guys, it's not hard. Just look up stuff before you talk. Or don't talk about it. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, just don't talk about it. Definitely don't create science out of thin air to back up some stupid fucking point you've made up to try to convince your wife that you don't hate her. Why don't you just get a divorce and marry a mute woman? Get a divorce and just marry a mime. Although that might backfire because if you marry a mime, she might be so exhausted from not talking at work that when she gets home, all she's going to want to do is talk. Do you know what I mean? Maybe don't do that. That might actually be terrible advice. That might be worse advice than like Bridget Rogers would give. So I don't know. I got nothing for you, buddy. Good luck. Yeah, and that's going to conclude Good Luck for this week. And that's a great transition and segue, as I do, don't I? If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, I want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey this week. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, leave a 5-star review, and send it to a friend and family member. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and grease up that algorithm one more time. Maybe you come back and you tell me your favorite part of this week's episode. Yeah. Maybe you tell me how much you fucking hate the name Bridger Rogers. And yeah, that's going to be it for this week, guys. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button. And we're going to send it off this week with everybody's favorite song, the Good Luck with Gino theme song. Everybody loved the songs that I made about the 10 rental homes and are asking me to drop it on Spotify. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to, I don't want to be like corny and cliche with the shit. Like it's tough. Like, it's a funny ongoing joke and I'll probably just beat it to death until it's literally dead. It's kind of embedded in my lore. And maybe I will put it out. If the demand is there, I'll drop it. But anyway, here's the Good Luck with Gino AI theme song presented by Suno AI. And I want to thank you for listening this week. As the world continues to melt into a melting pot shit cocktail on the brink of Civil War II, good night and good luck.
Everybody listen close. There's a brand new show that you gotta know. It's called Good Luck with Gino.
That's me.